Warning. Broken simulation. Broken simulation. With Sam Tripoli.
All right, welcome to Johnny Woodard Presents Broken Simulation, starring Johnny Woodard. We're in it. Johnny, make the big announcement. Do it.
What's the big announcement?
Oh, come on, bro. 2 times a week.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Is that official? Yeah. All right. We're going 2 times a week. We're going
to do a regular one where we pre-record. Then we're going to do a live one.
Yeah. And this is not the live
one. Because I don't do enough podcasting.
We're just, we're at this point with Broken Sim where we feel like we're gaining some ground and we're just going to dig in.
And, you know, there's a lot of people are upset that I don't put Broken Sim premium content on samtripoli.com. We're working on everything, but we're going to come up with, you know, we're going to come up with an actual premium content show.
I think we're going to do, we talked about this, would love your feedback. Maybe we take questions.
That's the name of it. That's the name of the new premium content show. Love your feedback.
That's good. I like that. Sure.
Yeah. Love your feedback.
That's your talent, dude. You know how to name things.
That's the name of the show. It's called Love Your Feedback. And we're just
correct me if I'm wrong, Sam. Maybe we take calls from everybody, but if you want to hear us listen to the calls and answer the questions, that's the premium.
We do pre-recorded calls. We're going to take your phone call.
Yeah.
Pre-recorded. We're going to play as many cool ones as we can. And then we're going to also read maybe some of the funny comments on the YouTubes and
interactive is.
It's going to be a fan-oriented show.
Yes,
a fan-oriental show. Okay, only Asians.
That's like my dad's shirt on. This shirt is the shirt that Noel Gallagher is wearing.
Yeah,
in all the promo photos for the new Oasis.
Would you, based on how we're dressed, think that Johnny and I live basically in the same city? He's got layers. I got no sleeves.
And I love Levi's stuff. I actually bought it before I knew that it was in those promo photos, but it just does not fit me. It's like a retro fit kind of thing. And
Johnny, baggies in, dude. You're Justin Bieber, 2002.
I mean, I look like a clothes hanger in this thing. It's so dumb. I'm going to wear it to the Oasis.
Johnny, you're dressed like you wave American flag when the presidential convoy goes by. That's how you're
that guy. Yeah. Totally. Yeah. Only thing that's throwing you off are those glasses. If it wasn't for the glasses.
Hey, man, I was going to serve for my country.
I got flat feet, or I would have been right there in Afghanistan.
Feet, or else I would have been serving. A lot of great stuff going on. So
Gatekeeper, you Gatekeeper, look at you.
It's so funny we talked about this on the show, but there was a bunch of open micers who did a podcast and they were calling me the Gatekeeper of the Comedy Store. Like, and that's kind of like when you've lost the plot. That's what
that would be news to the Comedy Store, by the way.
Well, yeah, it would. And also it's like, that's what you call helping people. I mean, it's so ridiculous.
Yeah, because you've effectively helped people. That makes you
to the tune of millions of dollars. To the tune of millions.
None of, by the way, doesn't benefit you anyway, except spiritually, possibly, morally.
Yeah, I mean, when I got everybody in at the Comedy Store, I literally fucked myself. I went from going from the middle of the lineup to the end of the lineup. Johnny, did you see the post I just put on Instagram where they're using like porn stars now to push anti-gravitational, which is
I just saw
basically just one door down from space. So they're basically using adult film stars to push space.
We're getting to Idiocracy.
We are, dude.
Right there. Yeah.
Angela White's Fat Knockers in Zero G is...
Hold on,
and by the way, what's super interesting, I think she's in a part of a studio that like Zero Tolerance or so. I don't know what it is, some porn company. Oh, I said the word, dang it. Look at her. She's like, my fat melons are flying. She literally cannot lay her head on the ground because she has a pillow on her chest. Look at it. And these guys are like, oh my God, Miss White, thank you so much. How are you doing? Well, sore from all the giant black savages I've been taking. But anyways, let's do this.
Where's the... Oh, I hate the way Instagram does video. Just make it a normal player. Why
Whoa, I'm floating higher because my floating. But I don't think she has floating. Oh my God! Guy's gonna go get his hand tested.
I mean, now she's essentially as real as any astronaut now. After she's
Yeah, 100%. But it's like we've reached full idiocracy.
Oh, we're there, bro. Yeah,
we have adult film stars for friends, but do we want them promoting space propaganda?
Well, dude, Idiocracy is putting out a video of the Epstein and having the metadata make it any person with a computer can view the metadata and see that it has had several minutes excised from it. And the Idiocracy part of that is having the average person believe that the people responsible in the government, the FBI, the CIA, whatever, for editing that video wouldn't know about metadata. How dumb do you have to be to believe that?
That's 100%. I had to like ring Dylan's bell last night because he's like, they're so dumb. I'm like, do you think the old people are doing the editing?
No, dude. No.
It's the interns and the low-level CIAs who know everything about AI, know everything about editing. That's done on purpose. That.
It's on purpose, dude. It's on purpose.
100%.
Yeah. Theater. It's political theater.
It's theater. It is non-linear warfare. People are tired of hearing me say it. It's non-linear warfare. Pressure from above, pressure from below. That's where we're at, Jack. That's where it's at.
Everywhere, bro. Pressure from your beehole right now.
Yeah.
I mean,
now you're telling me Thomas Massie is controlled
opposition? Thomas Massie is controlled opposition? Is that what you're telling me?
Oh, they're just losing it on that tweet.
I'm losing it. If he's controlled opposition, we're all black-pilled now. It's over. It's over.
He's a Freemason from his childhood.
He was in that youth thing, right? I don't know.
Yeah, and dude, I don't want to get too dark right now. There's things I could say that I don't want to say.
Just tell me.
I'm not going to say it because it's super nasty.
Oh, God.
I'll tell you.
Massie?
Yes.
AIPAC killed his wife, bro. And you
okay. Did they? Or are we talking?
I feel like that moment that you had when wrestling, when you saw.
Have you ever seen somebody lose a spouse and glam up? More?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I was thinking of one guy, Chad Zumach knows.
Chad's never been married.
No.
Call in Chad.
Who is he talking about? And when he got us in trouble, that's who I'm talking
about. Oh yeah. But okay, yeah. I mean, I don't want to get too, and I don't want to get into that part. I'll tell you off camera, and everyone's gonna get mad. But just say, I'm gonna give you hints. The Occult.
Oh boy, Thomas.
The Occult.
It is now. I will say.
And what do the Freemasons say, Johnny? All the time, Johnny. Say it with me. When they need a leader, we will supply them.
Yeah, I think that's a fake quote, by the way, from Albert Pike.
Okay, well, it works.
Yeah, no, it works. But I haven't. There's a big search.
Well, isn't that Voltaire quote fake and it totally right on?
Yeah, no, I mean, fake quotes can be real. But, know,
dude, my favorite fake quote is Abraham Lincoln when he says, anything's a dildo if you're brave enough. That's the greatest.
Evidence in support of your idea about Thomas Massie is that there was another congressman on a similar trajectory, kind of the leading candidate to take the torch from Ron Paul and that whole movement, Justin Amash. You remember him?
Yes.
And they just completely stomped him out of existence.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
I mean, I hate, steel manning your position because I've.
What's that called? Steel manning?
Yeah, when you make a good version of the argument, you're debating against. Instead of straw manning, it's the opposite of a straw man.
Oh, steel manning it.
Yeah, it's kind of a debate term.
What's the name of our new show? I already forgot.
Something to do with your feedback.
Yeah, we'd love to hear your feedback.
Yeah, we love your feedback. That's great. It'll just change every week.
You have to go back and listen to it.
Yeah,
we love your feedback. We'd love to hear your feedback.
Your feedback is greatly appreciated. Okay, what else? Okay, so you had some other thing that you were gonna. Oh, okay. So now.
Oh man! Oh, I wanted to tell you something. I forgot to tell you on the last Ninjas Are Butterfly, the last episode.
You don't even know the name of our podcast that we're on.
Yeah, we're on Broken Simulation, but I got Ninjas Are Butterflies in trouble on TikTok. Now it's the second show I've done that has lost their TikTok because of me.
It was Tim Pool last time, right?
My name is Sam Tripoli and I am death. Okay, that's basically what it is.
What did you do?
My name is Sam Tripoli and I am death.
What happened?
I think the funny dude, the Hitler video got them in trouble. Now I go because they post to go, oh my God, they delete our TikTok, and they show them at the gas station just walking around in shock. And I go, did I do that? Right? And he goes, well, we've been getting a lot of warnings from TikTok, and you kind of put us over the edge. And I'm laughing because I'm sad.
Well, you know, when China doesn't want you saying something that you're over the target, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
like when China is, even it's too outrageous for China to let people hear it. You're like,
oh
okay.
my God, dude, I feel so bad. And then Tim Pool was like, Sam was talking about Nephilim giants. I don't even think he believes that, but I'm like, I do believe it. And I'm sorry. That's not even that bad.
No, dude, that's at the very top of the well. We go a lot deeper than Nephilim.
That is kindergarten white belt shit right there.
We're not even in the shallow end. We're on the steps.
It's so crazy that they're like, yeah, we gotta get rid of this. You're like, by getting rid of it, you are making more people look into it.
We do have a guest coming in today, by the way. We should say.
Oh, so excited. So excited.
Sam
Johnny
excited.
booked him. He goes,
I
a
did
big
not
fan
book
of
this person,
guy.
but I
can't
interested.
wait to have him on. We're very excited.
This is the way I was excited about Sarper. Sam is excited about today's guest.
All right. No, I can't wait to have the. What do you know when he's coming on?
5 p.m. Pacific time is what we agreed.
Oh, okay. So I did this too early. Sorry, Johnny.
About 32 minutes from now.
Okay, perfect, dude. Do we have any hot topic?
Well, I mean, to me, the hot topic is that they've confirmed the metadata thing on the Epstein tape. Now, I'm one. Do you think
hot topics?
Now, in light of all the information, all the data points, what do you think in your heart of hearts, in your psychic bones? Do you think?
Okay, Johnny, this is a great question,
Epstein?
And this gets into some. This gets into my belief about what is going on with Ghislaine Maxwell right now. Okay,
who should be out walking the street right now.
Well, so obviously there's this belief that they can't let her out because she'd be like, let me out. You said there's nothing happening. Let me out. But that's not what she's saying, is there?
No.
What she is saying is, I want to testify in front of Congress and I want to give you the names, which is only a good idea if you don't want to breathe anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yes.
By the
way, that's the of all the people alive who would know if there's a list, she's at the top of that list.
100%. So she just wrote an unalive vote.
Yes.
No, she just wrote an unalive note.
Yes.
And I go, well, what is the easiest way to get her out of prison is to conveniently have her unalive herself.
Genuinely or in the Schmidt?
No, theater.
Okay.
Theater.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, she did it. She died, cameras off. All the guards were just playing Baccarat. They weren't even paying attention. Oh my God. Then she's out. She gets her face done, right? And then you know they're not going to touch those kosher tits because that's her moneymaker. They're like, inflate them or don't touch them.
What are we thinking on nip? What do you think on nip size with her? What are we thinking nip size?
I don't think they're super big.
No,
I don't
really?
think she has super big. I think she has nice perky ones.
Okay.
But I mean, imagine going to jail for sex trafficking and then getting out and getting a nice boob job where your rack is even bigger.
Hey man,
they're gonna slice her face. Suddenly, the Kardashians have a new sister that nobody knew about.
Oh well, I will say that is a great benefit because anybody who gets that modern plastic surgery done, they all look the same. They all look like fish face. So
yeah, she's just gonna be playing Kris Kardashian or whatever.
Oh, she does look like her. You're totally right. The haircut and everything. Yeah,
they were like, and this is my cousin. We just found out she's real.
We found a new Jenner. So
Chapang Kardashian.
I mean, the theater just never ends. House Republicans Monday night voted against attaching a Democratic amendment to the landmark cryptocurrency legislation that would force the Justice Department to release the Epstein files. The Republicans blocked that measure. The Republicans who spent the last year, 2024, begging for this shit, pushing Biden at every turn for the release of this stuff. What side are you on? Why won't you release it? And now we've just completely flipped here. The Democrats are politically pushing for it, and the Republicans are blocking it. What is the average person supposed to think is happening in government right now? It's your head has to be spinning, right? If you're just a
That's
person,
Johnny.
all this.
Yes, that's it. That's what they're doing. That's this whole thing. It's the only thing that makes sense. Nonlinear warfare, pressure from above, pressure from below. I know I say it enough. You guys are going to get tired of hearing it, but it's right, dude. They don't want you to know if you're coming or going. Cats are barking, dogs are meowing, and nobody knows what's right.
Here's what I woke up to today. Kevin Spacey. Release the Epstein files, all of them. For those of us with nothing to fear, the truth can't come soon enough.
Dude, by the way, if you had Kevin Spacey calling for the release of Epstein on your bingo card, you are well in the lead.
I hate to make it about me, but the media already has.
Oh,
Kevin
you just
Spacey.
know he got so sassy when he wrote that. He just got so queenie. He probably typed like this too when he did it.
What do you think, dude? So are we in the world? Is it possible we're living in a world where Kevin Spacey was actually framed up and he's...
Well, I mean, like if he's framed up, it's really sad that like 4 of his accusers disappeared. Like that's really
a hell of a
sucking.
coincidence. Yeah.
I mean, that's just real. I mean, there's so many people's lives that have been affected by false allegations. Jeffrey Epstein, no clients, no videos, just love for the game. Did you see that? Did you see that meme? That was so great.
Yeah.
And then Ghislaine, she's just power walking.
So
Maybe
many.
she's like, listen, did I like going to prison? No. But did I like setting the high score on Fitbit while I just walked the track? Because every picture of me is just power walking with my fat kosher cam swinging back and forth. It actually helps me go quicker. It just gets the most. Okay,
Oh, yeah, she's got like the momentum going.
yeah, those kosher tits just get you going, and then all the poor people who were offed by Kevin Spacey. Like for a guy who did nothing, it's really, really amazing how you conveniently lost everyone who accused you.
Maybe he's just got a big fan out there who's trying to do him a solid and didn't know that the accusations were false. Maybe that's what.
American Beauty saved my life. I will do this for you.
Dude, I was bizarrely, unnaturally into that movie. Do you remember Columbia House where you would pay like $1 and then they'd send you like 80 VHS tapes?
Oh yes,
before you even had to pay for one?
That's how they screwed the artist.
Yes, yeah. Well, I used to, as a 12-year-old dude, I would just send those things away every time we got one. And I had hundreds of VHS tapes, and I used to watch American Beauty all the time. Loved it.
It was great. That chick, she peaked in that movie, huh?
Oh,
The
she
hottie.
was gorgeous. Yeah, what was her name?
And then she did one other one, maybe American Pie she was in or something.
she
I don't
was.
know. And then she just turn out the lights.
Mina Savari. That was her, right?
We'll probably get copyright struck on that.
Yeah, I wish you hadn't done that. That's gonna be more.
Sorry, dude.
Mina Savari was her name. Remember her?
Fire. So Johnny, have you seen the new thing? Everybody's going off on Jennifer Love Hewitt because she's got a caboose to end all cabooses now.
Yeah,
Let me
'cause
send
she's
you it.
50 or something, dude.
I like these people are idiots.
Like, what do you expect, man? And not everybody can have a 5-day-a-week job of going to the gym.
Oh, I mean, if someone could, it is her.
Well, maybe she doesn't want to, though. She's not acting anymore, really. She's going to be in this stupid "I Know What You Did Last Summer" reboot. Which
Yeah, she's going to be what the teacher.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys play good.
Yeah.
I'm just going to be over here doing nothing with
it doesn't make any sense.
gorgeous
I watched the trailer.
fat
It's
ass.
stupid.
My gorgeous fat ass.
They're doing another Amityville horror remake. I just saw that. Like, how many remakes, dude, can we do? By the way, do you even remember the movie Superman Returns? I could, if you told me that was a Mandela effect, like that movie didn't exist, I believe you, because I had no memory of that movie. The one with Kevin Spacey playing Lex Luthor. That's the only thing I remember about it was Kevin Spacey playing Lex Luthor.
Yeah, I'm with you, dude.
You remember that movie though? Like, I don't remember it at all. I don't remember
So
a damn
crazy,
thing about that
dude.
movie.
It's so
Came out in
I'm trying
2000.
to find this. It's very important that we see this.
Oh, I can give you a picture of her from
when
a
she's
month.
on the red carpet. Come on, dude. At 50, you wouldn't crush
Of
that?
course I would.
Look at that caboose, dude. You could go from the top ring.
You do that.
Just jump off the top ring and boom, bro.
It does suck though, being a celebrity who like has to come back out of retirement, kind of, you know, and then you're out of shape and you have to stand next to all these waif models, like to borrow a phrase from Sam.
Yeah, I get that. I get
lame.
that, but it's also like at some point you gotta go, man. I had fun. I've moved on.
Yeah, I had my time. Yeah, it's like that woman from Top Gun, the original Top Gun, you know, with the blonde.
Oh, well, that's a totally different thing because they're comparing her to a guy who probably is on some weird sorcery to stay that young
Oh,
looking.
he's got a blood boy, dude. You know it. He's got
There's
a
no
blood boy.
way he does it. You're like, look at this normal person who's aged normally versus this vampire.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's ridiculous. The standards. And then you have like Mike Francesa and Kirk Herbstreit coming out today, shit talking the new Superman movie like it was made for 70-year-old jocks and sports comment.
Oh man, well,
a
you know
kid's
why you
movie.
gotta get political? You know, it's just
It's
like
not even that. It's really not that. And if it is political, it's about the intertwinement of the government and corporations, which is just, I mean,
of
we're against that.
course, dude. Of course.
So dumb.
Of course, and then there's some undertones of anti-Israel.
Yeah. Oh, dude. It's more than that. I mean, that's the best message from it is that it's.
Yeah, but Johnny, do you
why it's getting pushed back,
understand? To a certain age, and I hate when they call them boomers.
No, I know. What you mean. Yeah.
But to a certain age, that is like a felony.
Yes, anti-schmirgerism.
They can't come to grips with it. They're just, listen, dude. I always say this. I could be from another time. I'm okay with that. I think I'm on the right side of common sense. Okay. I think common sense is a new punk rock. I think I'm on the right side of it. As you know, Johnny, and you've said 1,000 times when we're sitting around, Sam Tripoli pushes culture. I know. I agree, dude. Sam Tripoli pushes culture. For an old man, I seem to be ahead of the curve all the time. People come to me. I don't come to them. They come to me all the time. All right.
Like when you voted for Obama, dude, you were way ahead of the curve there.
Well, that was everybody fell for that gay black man. Okay.
I was in Nevada campaigning for Ron Paul. So
I get it, Johnny. You were like 4 years old and you were just really working hard.
I've been right for a long time, baby. I will say in my yearbook, my quote is, "I'm not part of the problem. I'm a Republican." It's a Dan Quayle quote. So I wasn't always on the game.
Funniest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah. My other quote, you know what it was, by the way? It's that thing you love. It was Marv Levy's quote. I heard it during a football game one time. He says,
Can I wear your underwear?
No,
that
was second. The first was, "What it takes to win is simple, but it's not easy." It's that thing that you love to say. I quoted Marv Levy in the old yearbook.
Johnny, you know what my high yearbook quote was?
I'd love to hear it.
"I'll make it to the top because it's too crowded at the bottom."
That's a good one. Yeah, what's that from? That's from
I made that up.
You did? Really?
Yeah.
I thought, okay.
At least it might have been. I mean, everything's been said.
I think you did, actually. I was thinking of Drake. Started from the bottom, now we're here.
Yeah. A big, by the way, I got the honey. And when you apologize to me publicly for saying I wasn't going to ever get the honey, I will give you your honey.
Damn, it took you 6 months to get the honey.
Johnny, it wasn't 6 months ago. It's like a month and a half ago.
A month and a half? That was longer than a month and a half.
It takes a long time to make the honey, dude. Okay?
They were
the bees are like, hold on. Well, done. Well, like, dude, the bees are like my daughter. Just like, when are we going? I go, when the door opens, they call her name, then we're going. Okay?
That's
then we're
what
going.
it was. Oh, I see. I didn't know that, Sam. I'm sorry.
What?
I didn't know it took bees 6 months to make honey.
Yeah, Johnny. It
What was that
takes
guy's name?
time.
I'm trying to figure out when that episode was. What was that guy?
Bee dude. The bee dude.
The bee dude?
Yeah, bee dude.
Bee dude. Okay.
Bee dude. So we got it. I also got your Shilajit.
Shilajit.
Yeah, I got you your Shilajit. You're ready to rock, bro.
Okay, so it was April 30th, so it's been like 3 months, not a month.
Okay. Okay. So again, not 6 months. Okay.
It's not a month and a half.
Just take. Well, dude, Johnny, if we're doing Price is Right rules, I win, you lose. Okay. You went over, I went under.
You got
I
me there.
won.
You got me there.
End of discussion. Bang,
I apologize.
Bang, pow.
You're right.
Bang, bang,
You're right.
pow.
You're right. Price is Right rules. So you're right.
You know,
You want to go with me to see Happy Gilmore 2? They're doing like a 3, like Netflix always does these 3. They'll have like at the Egyptian, they'll play it for 3 nights in case, it gets nominated for awards or whatever. It'll qualify. They're going to run it at the end of the month. I kind of want to go see it in theaters. I hope it doesn't suck.
if I'm here, I'll go.
All right. It's like at the
It's
end.
like you're really dancing with the danger going to see a comedy in the movie theater. Just so you know, that's a real dance.
Yeah, I know.
That's a real Dirty Dance Havana Nights right there.
Yeah, I figure. I mean, Adam Sandler, if anybody is going to try to do it right, we'll see. I mean, he's just, I don't know. It's like those bands, dude, that just don't ever get the magic back. You wonder is he ever going to recapture it? You know what I mean? Or is he just going to keep kind of grinding out these?
Well, I mean, the truth of the matter is like it's really hard to make a comedy movie. It's just really hard. It has to be a very unique subject that the internet isn't touching. And goofy, that's all the internet does is goofy. I mean, I love Adam Sandler. I'm a huge fan. But he does goofy comedy. It's goofy. It's like wacky. And the internet is drowning in that. You have to do something really unique for a movie to stand, because the minute you start shooting, you're already behind the internet. The internet is churning out greatness all day.
That's why they need to get back more to these personal movies that were like smaller, because then it's about a personality, which is not, involved in kind of the flow of culture or whatever. I'd be okay with that. Anyway, yeah, dude. So there was hold on, where'd that story go? Oh hell. Did you see? Okay, so did you see the Club World Cup was in the United States, and they gave Trump the trophy?
I thought that was very brave of them to bring him up to give them the cup.
Well, this okay. I'm gonna get to that, but they gave him the trophy, and then he liked it so much they were just like, "You keep the trophy." Then they made another trophy for him to hand to. Now the other trophy is just in the Oval Office now, like permanently, because Trump liked it so much. And so they have him come out, and they said he got booed, dude. I heard the footage. He wasn't getting. I mean, it was just a little jeering. It wasn't like they made it.
I mean,
like
it's a little bit, dude. They're
but it wasn't like they made. If you read the news, it was like you got
of course,
torrent
of course.
booze. But it was funny. So Chelsea won the Club World Cup. It's kind of like all the best clubs in the world, all the league winning clubs come together and play an international version of the World Cup, but the club teams, it's kind of like,
dude, I think Ghislaine Maxwell is going to get a pardon, dude. This is a statement from, okay, I'm going to send you this and you can read it because you think you're smart. This is from Milo, who I'm a huge fan of Milo.
Yiannopoulos?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like him too.
I should see if he'll come on the show and just annihilate us.
Please. Here's Trump.
Oh my God, you got the kid from Allstate there.
And see.
Oh, look at that, Johnny. What's there right in the middle? What is that?
Oh, Saturn. Wow.
Saturn right there,
it
dude.
sure is, isn't it?
Oh
right
my
there.
God. They got Saturn.
So watch this. The FIFA head, like Infantino or something like that, he's leaving the stage here and trying to get Trump to go with him. If you watch the bottom there, it's hilarious because you're always supposed to leave if you hand it off. Look, he's like, come on. Trump's like, no, I'm hanging.
Trump loves it.
Yeah, look at it. The guy's trying to get him off the stage, and he's like, no, I'm good, dude.
Yeah. Trump's like, dude, what do you mean? This is where the chicks are coming.
Trump, perhaps no president has ever understood how to manipulate the media more and better.
100%, dude.
It's so fun. I mean,
Where the white
you
women
could
at?
tell. The thing I enjoyed about it most was that he was really having a good time on this. He like has a big kid-like smile. Like, yeah, this is great. Maybe I should be a soccer player.
And he's like, where the white women at?
All right, so here's the Milo thing.
Read it, Johnny.
Okay, he says this is written like they've been talking to someone about a pardon, and then this is from Marissa Hanson. It's a statement from Ghislaine Maxwell's family. It says, our sister Ghislaine did not receive a fair trial. Her legal teams continue to fight her case in the courts and will file its reply in short order due to the government's opposition in the U.S. Supreme Court. If necessary, in due course, they will also file a writ of habeas corpus in the U.S. District Court, SDNY. This allows her to challenge her imprisonment on the basis of new evidence, such as government misconduct that would have likely changed the trial's outcome. Following the government's response, David Oscar Marcus, counsel of record for our sister in her petition to the United States Supreme Court, had this comment. I'd be surprised if President Trump knew his lawyers were asking the Supreme Court to let the government break a deal. He's the ultimate deal maker. Boy, this is really appealing to him, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm sure he's the ultimate deal maker. And
what do you think he's more excited about, being around all those glistening soccer bodies or hearing that he's the ultimate deal maker?
He's the ultimate deal maker. And I'm sure he'd agree that when the United States gives its word, it should keep it. With all the talk about who's being prosecuted and who isn't, it's especially unfair that Ghislaine Maxwell remains in prison based on a promise the U.S. government made and broke. These are the quote's over now. These are sentiments with which we profoundly concur. So there you
Johnny, can I ask you something? Do you think Comey's daughter, the prosecutor, is basically the Wile E. Coyote of prosecutors? Where it's like she keeps trying to win and she just blows up in her face all the time. I'm gonna get you, you stupid. You know, he sees Roscoe Pico train. I'm gonna get you, you stupid dupe boys.
She does. Look at her face, dude. She does have that hound dog like that.
Yeah, she's like, oh, foiled again. These
boy.
Acme bombs keep blowing up in my
every time. Oh, golly. They got me again. Oh, maybe. Oh, Charlie Brown. You know, yeah, totally.
Is there anyone who's failed more that's going to get more promotion than her?
Well, I mean, when you have a Nephilim dad, like, I mean, gosh,
it's 6'8". How tall is she? She's got to be tall.
Yes, she is. Look at her with these gentlemen here. She seems to be quite a.
Do you think she pets them on their heads when they do well? Good job, little buddy. And then she's with another Nephilim, and they're going to have kids that are 8 foot tall.
I hate to wail on the president, but. There's a story.
Why? Light him up, bro. Dude, light him up. Light him up. Light him up.
Did you see that?
Light him up. Was
it the Financial Times had him? Yeah, the Financial Times reported that Trump had privately encouraged Ukraine to step up strikes deep in Russian territory, even asking Zelensky whether he could hit Moscow if the U.S. provided long-range weapons.
Unbelievable if that's real, and I'm not saying it is.
I mean, it's the Financial Times reporting it. Now, believe them if you will. I mean, I don't know why they would make that up.
Light him up. Light him up.
Because it's, you know. I mean, I guess I can see why they make it up, but damn, dude, what? This is the guy who just 2 weeks ago said, "Congratulations, world, it's time for peace," and now he's talking about giving Ukraine long-range weapons so they can attack Moscow directly.
Okay, Johnny, who wants my theories?
Please go ahead.
Do you want my theories?
Let's have
Okay.
it.
So I talked about this a little bit before on Cassie, but I'm going to go into a little deeper. Okay. Democrats serve the progressive left. Republicans serve the conservative right. The Democrats will give almost everything that the progressive left wants to a point, right? They didn't want to get rid of all of the student loan. They didn't want to, relieve all the student loan, but they did some. Okay. But they will give the progressive left everything they want. Because the progressive left wants subversion, okay? They want to destroy the old institutions, family, religion, economy, everything. The relationship between genders. They want to destroy all that. That leads to basically collapse. Now, the right What the conservative right wants is old values, old school values, right? The rebuilding of institutions, the family unit, get back to God, build the economy, build the churches, revamp the education system. That builds up the country. The elites don't want that.
Yeah.
So they're going to give little crumbs here and there, little crumbs to the right, but they'll mostly never give the right what they want because they want subversion. They want to implode this thing. So that's what we're seeing right now, right? And so you go, why is Trump doing such a villainous turn? Like it's literally like when Hogan went to WEC or ACW or whatever it's called, and he comes out with the hobo coal.
Oh, the New World Order. Yeah.
It's like that kind of flip. Suddenly this guy was a hero. Then suddenly
they're both actually going to the New World Order. It's crazy.
Yeah. So what you see, dude, is a giant attempt to destroy the right. So to make the right go, what did we just got? I mean, what did we just get lied to? Yes, it is going to destabilize. It is going to subversion. It is going to demoralize. It's all demoralization. Now, here's my craziest theory. Okay. What if Trump was sent on all those big podcasts, fully knowing this is what he was going to do to destroy their reach?
How do you mean? Explain that.
If I go, hey man, Sam, 2020, October 5th, 2024. What does Trump's administration look like? And I said this early, Johnny, and you know I did. I go, I'm treating Trump's next administration like every Raiders season. Every Raiders season. I go into it thinking we're going to win the Super Bowl, fully knowing by week 3, the train will go off the tracks. I said that multiple times.
Yeah.
And it's turned out to be prophetic, right? So if we get into this, if Trump is doing what Trump is going to do, right? And let's say they know this is the plan. The Israeli war is going. He's going to push harder for it. He's eventually going to flip on Ukraine. And he's eventually going to flip on Epstein. Just depends on how long it's going to take. Well, here we are, 7 months, 8 months in? That's pretty quick to me.
Yeah, that's pretty damn quick. Yeah.
That's pretty quick, but it's got to be planned. It can't be just like, well, what are we going to do today? Let's not release the Epstein files, So, right?
Yeah.
So, what if he is sent on Rogan, Tim Dillon, Andrew Schultz, Theo Vaughn to destroy their credibility? Because you have the progressive left of stupid.
That's
right?
a long game right there.
Dude, they play long games.
Yeah.
So the progressive left of stupid, they're all like, yeah, you should own this. You caused this. Acting like a Kamala Harris presidency would be any different. And acting like Genocidal Joe wasn't on the side of Israel. That was literally his name, Genocidal Joe. He was giving all these weapons to Ukraine. He totally left all of the weapons in Afghanistan and was giving the Taliban $20 million a week.
Also, Rogan would have had them on.
What? That's the Johnny. Will you stop with your facts and logical thinking? We don't care. We just want you to.
Sense.
We're upset you're doing well. And a great example of this, of how they will send somebody in to destroy a brand, is Trevor Noah. So Dana and I used to love the Daily Show. She loved it more than I did, but we enjoyed it. And I remember watching or reading articles saying that Washington DC's a little nervous and a little upset because the Daily Show is getting too powerful. People are watching the Daily Show instead of the nightly news. And they're shifting.
I remember that. That was a famous line around that time, was that people were getting their news from the Daily Show.
100%. So Jon Stewart's like, either he asked to or was told to step down. You're going to step down. It's time. You had a nice run. Step down. We even give you a nice severance package. Step down. So then it was up, who is going to replace Jon Stewart? Well, before Jon Stewart steps down, we're watching the show because Al Magical's on it, and I love Al Magical. We're watching the show. Al Magical's crushing it. Trevor Noah, I remember this very distinctly, had 2 segments, and he bombed on both of them. And Dana, who is a lefty and loves the ethnics, she even said, dude, he bombed twice. He bombed again. And then they name him the guy. They name the guy who's going to replace Jon Stewart. And Dana was like, why would they pick that guy? He bombed twice. And then look what happened to the show. Boom.
Fully. I mean, and they didn't, it's not like they just let him do it quick. He did the long tank, bro. I mean, that show just went.
Well, it was this. It was like, yeah, boom.
Yeah, it skidded. It went into the earth, bro. Yeah. I mean, deep.
Set in there to destroy the brand.
Permanently destroyed, yeah.
All right, Johnny, do we have a guest here? Who's our
we do.
guest today? Sharay Hayes. Let's bring him in. All right, we're very excited to have our next guest on. He is an author. He has a new book called In Search of Frozen Meat. I can't wait to find out what that, why he came up with that title. We're very excited to have him. Please welcome Sharay, the Punisher Hayes. How are you, brother?
Hey, what's going on, fellas? Thanks for having me, man.
Sharay, you on the East Coast right now?
No, actually, I'm in Vegas.
Oh, are you? Is that where you live? Are you allowed? I don't know if you want to say, but is that where you're from?
No, I'm in the New York. I'm actually right on the outskirts of New York in North Jersey.
Are you on an assignment right now? Are you on an assignment right now? Have you been called in to drop hammers?
Nah, I wish. Vegas is a good place for assignments, but I'm just on like a little podcast run. Like I'm here, got a couple in the area I'm on, so just making my rounds.
Where can they now? Is your book on Amazon, or do they have to go to a specific website? Which, if that is, we'll make sure that's in the show notes. Can it get on Amazon or
yeah, absolutely. It's In Search of Freezer Meat. It's on Amazon. There's the paperback, ebook, and audiobook. So you have.
I love that. I love that you do an audiobook. That's awesome. So let's get into it. When did you realize you had a huge dick? When did you realize that you had a hammer?
So bro, how I actually figured it out, and then the stripper tricks, right? So I'm a male stripper, right? So what we do is something called beefing up, where before you go out, you'll get yourself hard.
And how old are you right now when at this moment?
I'm turning, or when would you mean starting?
Yeah, when you start stripping?
22 years old, right?
Okay.
So we do illusions, right? So you get yourself hard, and then you use the equivalent of like a cotton or a piece of material, and you tie it. And in the New York City, in the underground market, you couldn't walk around nude, but you'll have a moment in your show where you can give it like the pull out. We call it the pull out. So I would do the pull out thing with this kind of erection, and all the girls would scream. And I was like, I must got something to show, you know?
Hold on. You didn't know you had a big dick until you were 22 years old?
See, well, listen, man. So it's different cultures. So white guy culture, you guys are way too comfortable with penises, right? Black guys, that is a no-no, right? I'm saying neck high, peripherals. I'm not looking at nobody else's junk.
Nobody told you, man, you got a giant hammer.
I'm very comfortable with the dick collaboration.
Were you not on teams, sports teams, and everyone's like, Jesus, Sharay?
No, bro.
Down there.
I went home stink, man. I'd rather go home stink than.
Oh shit! Really? Because we had a guy in high school named Balls Farmer, we called him, and he had the biggest set of nuts you've ever seen in your life. It looked like a beanbag, but he didn't have a big dick, and I'm sure he has a nice hammer, but I don't want him to hear this.
Balls Farmer is not going to be offended. Just say it.
Balls Farmer had a beanbag for a dick, and girls were like, I heard he has a big dick, and we're like, no, he just has giant nuts.
It's all balls.
I knew on my hammer wasn't big.
It was misleading. The bow.
Okay. So in the black community, you didn't measure your dick early, because in the white community, we're measuring it as soon as we realize we could measure.
No. We're not. Whatever you got, but we're not comparing. You know what I'm saying? We're not like.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ruin whatever little respect you have for white people. I'm gonna make it even worse right now, because when we were young, Jason Radford was staying over my house And we're like, let's measure who's got a bigger dick. My brother was there and he's younger. He's like, okay. And we measured it and I had the shortest dick of the group. And I was like, damn.
Did you hold who was holding the ruler for everybody? Was it you?
Well, we just whipped them out. We just like, damn, dude, I don't got the biggest one. And like, so then this chick named Susan, I'm not going to say her last name. She gave me one of my first hand jobs. And she was like, it's not very big. I'm like, what?
Why
What are you
would
telling
you
me?
say
It's not hard right now. I'm a 6-inch
Bro.
hammer. She went on the only date black guy, so maybe that was a thing, but
Yeah, bro. I don't know how you live to tell these stories, man. I would be in therapy. I would be in therapy at this
it's called
moment.
crippling drug addiction. And I'm sober now, but that's how we got in. So at 22, you people are like, are the other dancers like, dude, you just need to know you got to fuck it.
So here's the thing, right? So I'm on the black circuit. So even though I think I have a more than adequate size, I wasn't considered one of the big dudes, man.
What? There's someone
I
bigger
was
than the
some dude
Punisher?
that was just like Subway $5 foot long, bro. Like it was some serious stuff hanging around, bro. So I still had a complex that it's never big enough. So we did stripper tricks. Which you ever heard of a penis pump?
Yes.
Yes,
Are those
from Austin
do those
Powers.
work? Are those real things?
No, they work. It's temporary, but they work. You can put on a penis pump for about 25 minutes, and you will instantly go from a hot dog to a hot sausage.
Yeah.
Now,
Instantly, bro. They work. That is stripper tricks, bro. So at some point I started using the penis pump, getting that extra illusion. So I was just walking around like on some King Kong dong thing. But it became issues because I would meet a girl and bring
you
her
couldn't
home.
get it all in, right? You couldn't get it all in. You were only getting like a couple inches.
No. They babies come out of them things. They figure it out, right?
Yeah.
But the problem is it's temporary. So we'll mess around the night before and I'll give her this hot sausage, and then in the morning it's a hot dog again, and she's confused, like,
oh, that sucks.
yeah. So yeah, it was a little confusing, but
One of my favorite interviews was Michael Rappaport. I think he was on David Letterman or he's on one of the late night talk shows. And he was talking about like on the first date, he's the worst he's going to be. So the expectations are super low. So you brought Big Hammer the first time. And then after there, it's like, oh no, I hope she's okay with 8 feet of dick and not 10 feet of dick.
Yeah, pretty much. It definitely was one chick called my dick a chameleon. Never knew what to expect.
It doesn't roll off the tongue like the Punisher.
Who gave you the nickname Punisher? Did you hear it a lot, or did you just call yourself the Punisher? Or did somebody go, dude, you're the Punisher?
See, I wish I had a cool name for it, a cool story behind it.
By the way, Punisher is cool as it gets. I don't know
but
if there's a better name for a dick than the Punisher.
No.
But it's actually a basketball nickname. I had the nickname playing hoop in New York City, and then moving into the dancer thing, I just rolled with it because it was a nickname I was used to. But I tried to live up to the character, so I'll take it.
That's amazing. So has the P. Diddy trial been belly good to you? Has it been good for business, or has it been bad for business?
So it's a combination, right? It's so I'm definitely popular. You get kind of like a celebrity out of it, and that's going to get people checking for you. But the bad for business is I was just investigated by the federal government. So,
yeah,
you know what
I
I'm
get
saying?
that.
So,
Yeah.
So, and look, and I'm smart enough to know, right? The reason why I didn't get any criminal charges was statute of limitations. I definitely participated in prostitution, but you couldn't charge me with anything because it was too much time. So even if it's more business, how comfortable are you going to be engaging in that when you know you're committing crimes and you just had the government talking to you? So
okay,
it's a
for
catch.
those sorry to cut you off, and I'm just excited. For those who may not know, you were the male prostitute. Are you okay with that term, prostitute?
However you want to phrase it.
There's some women, like you see porn stars, they really get hated when they're called prostitutes, even though they're in Dubai and we know they're getting Cleveland steamers, and they're like, no, I'm just visiting. I'm on a. Dude, we know why you're there. We know what you're doing. Why are you upset? You're on camera doing it. It's like if there's a camera there, it's art. If there's not a camera there, it's prostitution. But you were named in the P. Diddy trial as the male prostitute that the hammer that he brought in to do his to bang chicks while you watch. Is that correct?
That is correct.
And how does that happen? How do you get a reference from somebody, or hey, I know somebody who's looking?
Saw your LinkedIn. Somebody saw your LinkedIn.
Yeah. Do you have it on? Do you have Hammer on LinkedIn? I mean, what is that?
Nah, man. I think so. What they were doing were hiring male strippers and then framing it, for me at least, they framed it as a male strip show. So I thought I was showing up to a girl's birthday party and it was going to be a room full of friends and I was going to do a little show. And obviously when I walked up, there was no show and it was a proposition to take part in the sexy scene, which turned into, sex for money for with his girlfriend.
Now, you're from the New York City area. P. Diddy, very well known in that area for being a kind of, in maybe his eyes, a mobster effect within the hip hop community. So when you see P. Diddy there, do you have any kind of like, oh shit, this might be a little bit more than I thought I was getting into?
So the good thing for me is I did not realize it was him to maybe this whole thing went on 2.5 years and I did not realize it was him to a year to 15 months in.
What?
Yeah. Cause
why is he in a mask or some eyes wide shut shit?
Absolutely. He actually would wear, what the Muslim women wear where they have that kind of veil and you can only see their eyes.
Yeah.
So every time he came out, he had one of those on, which was extremely odd because I had instructions that I wasn't supposed to look at him, have any communications, any eye contact. That was my instructions. And so we would start, me and Miss Ventura, and then eventually he'll just walk into the room and I can only see him out of my peripherals. So from my peripherals, I'm looking at this completely nude guy.
He answered the door butt naked,
but the only thing's covered is his face. So
he's dressed like a naked ninja.
Dude, perfection, right? Perfection. And he's self-pleasuring. He's whacking off, right? So it's just
I have to ask. Knuckles up, knuckles down. How was he doing it?
Bro, we went through this when we got on, right? Remember, black guy. I'm up here, bro. I'm up here.
Okay,
respect. You would have known everything. You would have pointed out the fucking pimple, the mole, the fucking coarseness of the hair. It was pretty smooth.
Wait, so now I assume you've seen
everything. I ain't see shit.
Sorry, I assume you've seen some shit now by this time. What when that happens, a guy greets you at the door with a mask on, bug ass naked, jerking himself off. What are you thinking? Are you like, or is this just another day on the?
Or am I walking into? See, my martial arts sense, because I took a karate at the Y. I am analyzing the situation. Yeah, am I looking down? Probably seeing what I'm walking into. You're not. This is just a normal day.
So no, hell no, it's not a normal day. But naked in a hijab, hell no. But bro, I will shamelessly say I'm trying to make the most out of this. Like, Cassie's gorgeous, right? She's gorgeous. He's across the room, and I'm getting $2,000 a pop. So
nice. Hold on, each pop.
Each time I'm getting paid $2,000, right? So I've got to find a way to make this work.
Yeah.
Because who gets paid to sleep with a woman this beautiful? And so I'm trying to block out the weirdness of it and focus on the moment, but it wasn't easy, bro. It wasn't easy.
Now he's known for just like flavor flaying it during Notorious B.I.G. songs. Was he doing that while you were going? Was he like, yeah, don't you know? Yeah. Come on.
Yeah.
While you were going to town?
Him, yeah, he's like,
come on.
No musical ad-lib. But he was given instructions, not on beat, right? Not on beat, but he was given instructions directly to her. Like all his instructions was more about like, we were in candlelit rooms. It was dark. We were using baby oil. So he would ask her to position the candle so he can see what was going on.
That is so crazy to me. But that's what really rich gets you. is just the ability to do whatever you want to do.
Yeah, live porn that you direct in the moment.
He's doing different angles.
Yeah, I mean, I hate to bring Kanye into it, but it seems to be he's kind of doing something similar with his girl now. You know, you heard that it just came out this week. He's paying her like hundreds of thousands of dollars to just wear all that shit she's wearing, walk around naked all the time and stuff. It seems that it's something with the powerful people, the rich people, that they want to, position people and kind of manipulate them like chess pieces or something. It's really
I mean, look, you get people that rich, and one thing they probably don't hear often is no.
Yeah.
Right. So they just think about going your entire life, and some of these guys been in this place of power in their very early 20s. Imagine you never heard no from 21 up.
Can't imagine.
So crazy. And what is the most pops you've popped in a night? Like, and are you like another one? Are you DJ Kellying it every time?
So, bro, that I do not have that superpower, bro. I consider myself a sniper. I got one round, bro.
Oh,
Nice.
okay.
Nice.
I got one round, so you better get all you can get out of that round.
Yeah, I'm with you, bro. I'm with you, dude. These young chicks who want to go all night. You're like, dog, I'm 52. One and done. Call it a day. It's been a good time. That's crazy. So how many times did you meet with P. Diddy?
So I don't know, because this happened over 2.5 years. I don't have an exact amount, but I estimate sometime between 12 times. It could have been 12, it could have been 15, it could have been 10, but I don't know for sure.
Is this something that you looked forward to because of how hot she is, or were you like, oh, this weird fuck man?
Or $2,000 as well?
Yeah, that too, of course, man.
It was the combination of the amount of money and the circumstance of she was extremely beautiful. And then it didn't come out to the case that they were doing this with multiple people. So in the moment, I really thought I was like the guy, you know what I'm saying? So it was an ego stroke. It was like, yo, all the guys she could have, she's calling me, I'm thinking I'm the man, right? So it was definitely validating, bro. It was validating. Hearing all it ended up being at the end was obviously crazy, but in the moment, I was like proud of it. I'm like, a couple of buddies I told, I'm like almost bragging, like, dude, I'm special. Cassie calls me, like
obviously. Was it her that contacted you, or was it like an assistant or something? How'd that work? Do you know? Is it
always her, man? Always her. And dude, this entire time, this went on 2.5 years. I never had a conversation, not even eye contact with Diddy.
That's so weird. How about her? Did you talk with her? Was she like,
was there pillow talk? Or there's like, hey, what's new? How's the kids?
Yeah, so absolutely, man. When I would show up, me and her had like a real cordial, cool catch up conversation. How's business? How you been? Whatever.
Is he there for that part?
No.
Okay.
No. Then he would only show up in progress of the sexual act.
So he was like a famous actor, director, where everyone has to be in their places when he shows up. Everybody be in your spots. Yeah, and also, so I think it was. So look, we hear about the Muslim covering, right? And my first thought is, hey, this guy's a freak. But honestly, he was going out of his way to hide his identity. So he would always be across the room. He would enter while things were going on. He would walk out like right before we were finished or as soon as we were finished. So I think it was, for whatever reason, it was a real concerted effort to hide his identity. So he was never in close proximity, only spoke very briefly when he was talk to her. If he needed to talk to her in length, they would exit the room. So it was not a lot of him around, except for watching when the moments were going.
Did he ever finish in your presence?
No, bro. I never even see. But they even said that in the trial. After she would finish with an escort, then they would have sex after.
Oh, that's wild, bro.
Yeah.
That is so out there. That's really so out there. I mean, it's like rich people get bored. They just get bored and they just do weird shit.
What's the protection situation like with this? What are we talking here? Are we just going in there or what?
I mean, it started out with protection, but I want to say maybe about the third, fourth time, it was, hey, have you been tested? I've been tested. I got paperwork. And then You know, it was what it was, man.
So
You
he was
know?
going in there after, to borrow a phrase, the club has been shot up.
Yeah, he's shooting up the club. Are you shooting up the club?
And then Diddy
Well,
follows.
No, I had specific instructions to shoot around the outside of the club, so never
Okay.
inside of us.
Drive-bys.
Yeah, but I would shoot up the front door in the velvet rope. I would shoot up the outside of the club. You know.
So did you get any references out of this? Did Busta Rhyme hit you up or
No,
anybody like that?
I
Nobody's like,
didn't-
yo,
I
dog,
didn't-
heard some good shit.
Yeah,
I'm over
yeah.
here.
No, unfortunately, I didn't get any clientele in the loop. You know, not that I know of. You know,
I respect so much your sense of humor about this, by the way. Props to you.
I would be laughing at everything if I had a giant hammer.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, life is great. Yeah.
Like, what's your problems, dude? You got a
Right.
book, you got a giant dick, and life is good.
We're just so used today to people just not being able to talk about this kind of, it's just shame and like, I don't know. It's refreshing.
Yeah. I mean, dude, if you put this on YouTube or something, it'll be somebody in the comments.
Oh, yeah.
Us all pigs for just
Yeah.
making light of a situation. You know?
Idiots.
And I have a big problem with so much of it because, what you create is an atmosphere of blackmail when you don't allow, as long as you're not hurting people and particularly kids, I don't know why anyone cares what anyone else is doing. And just do your thing and don't hurt anybody and we'll all be good, and you're just going to have people that do that, man. It's all programming. And, I've been studying like history. People are like, oh, we're becoming such degenerate. Dude, you don't know history if you think we're becoming degenerates right now because it's been way more wild way back in the day. I was talking about on a podcast the other day about how the Me Too movement and all that stuff is kind of trying to force men into monotony. No, what's it called? Monogamy. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, okay, yeah. And then you look, the divorce rate is like shooting up to 60%. And it's just this kind of programming that's been shoved down on our throats. Do you think that I want to say on that thing, what have you learned about human sexuality in your occupation? What have you learned about people?
Well, I'm going to answer that question, but the first thing I'm going to say, I think it's so cool that you didn't even have monogamy in your vocabulary. Like, what's that word again? I thought that was us. Damn, this dude doesn't even know the fucking word.
Guy, I am a dog. Never forget that. I have this really super computer that messes up words all the time, so I'm cool with that. I flunked first grade, so
No, but dude,
I'm
literally, it's not in your vocabulary. I mean, that's
okay. Don't say that too loud. My girlfriend's in the other room. She might hear through the computer.
Yeah. So
what have you learned?
Dude, what I learned, and this is something that men should not see. Women are exactly like us, bro. Exactly like us in terms of their desire for sex, their frequency of cheating, their making decisions that is completely the opposite of what we're programmed to understand about women as men. There is this misconception that men are up here somewhere in terms of lack of monogamy and cheating, and they'll even convince us, oh, it's testosterone, it's in our nature, we have to be this way. And women are exactly the same, bro. Exactly the same. They just have to hide it because of they're shamed, right?
And they're way better at hiding it too. In France, they wanted to make DNA test mandatory after every pregnancy, and the French government goes, if we make that happen, our society will crumble.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
And it's not till the kid comes out, you're like, I mean, that's a very famous Steve Nash story. Steve Nash, the basketball player, his wife got pregnant, had the kid came out looking like Jason Richardson, and he's like, that's not my kid. And he literally walked out the hospital. So they're just way better at hiding it. We're horrible at hiding it. Because women are just natural investigators. They're constantly going through your computer. They'll always look. They have rights that the CIA wishes they could have in terms of investigating your data. They're way better at it. So yeah, women are like that. It's like all the famous stories on YouTube of girls' weekend or girls' night out, and it just never ends well. And these chicks are so scandalous. They'll do it at the bachelorette party when they're about to get married. They don't give a shit.
Listen, that's why here I am, a guy in his 50s, and I've never been married, and I don't even see it happening. When you see that side of women, you do, and I'm not saying all women, I'm not trying to bash women or whatever the case may be, but we're all human, man, and we all have the same natures, desires, and we all fail at them. And like you said, some people are just better at just hiding it.
So do you think that your nickname added to the chaos of the P. Diddy trial, like added another layer of just chaos?
Not only do I think it added chaos, but I think it was done on purpose. Oh. Listen, I was there look, you go to witness prep, right? So witness prep, you know everything they're going to ask you. You know all of the information before you take the stand. To me, it was ironic that when Cassie's on the stand, they're showing her pictures of escorts. And it's like, who's this guy? Oh, that's Jules. Who's this guy? Oh, that's Dave. Who's this guy? Oh, that's Daniel. Who's this guy? I don't know his name. I just know him as the Punisher. Listen, they prepped her at least 10 hours before that case. They could have easily said my name, right? But they let her say the Punisher on trial, which created this who the fuck is the Punisher like whirlwind, you know what I'm saying? And so that just threw a whole sensational element into the trial that I really believe if she would have just said, oh, that's Sharay, I wouldn't even be significant. You know what I'm saying? I think the Punisher made everything significant.
So interesting. What is your Johnny? Go on.
No, was there anything that you expected to be asked from trial prep that you were surprised didn't come up that was significant? Anything that you thought like for sure they're going to want to know about that didn't pop up in the trial? Anything like that?
So no, the only thing that was surprising to me was the cross examination. So they do like a mock cross where they try to predict what the defense is going to ask. Mm-hmm. So all my mock crosses was. They thought the defense was going to attack me and try to discredit me and try to make me look bad. And ironically, they did the opposite, the complete opposite. They built up my credibility by saying, hey, look, you've been a male dancer 25, 30 years. If you came out to dance for a woman and she seemed uncomfortable, would you dance with her anyway? And I'm like, absolutely not. You know what I'm saying? And she says, well, you being in business so long, you have to assess. And that is absolutely true. When I walk in, I got to read a room. I'm walking to a room full of women that never met me, and I have to dance on them suggestively. So I have to read the room to comfort level. So then they just took it to the scenario. Would you had engaged with Miss Ventura if you sensed she was uncomfortable or something was wrong? And the truth is absolutely not. So that threw the whole situation for a loop because they thought the prosecution thought they was going to discredit me, and they actually made me more credible. And I did testify to the fact that I did not see her in distress. So that was a complete 180.
No, you're a good guy. I can sense that from you. Is it hard to get hard when you're not attracted to the chick?
Yeah, dude.
Is this Honestly, Blue Chew? Is this Blue Chew action?
Well, I will tell you this. If you're working normal, right, then believe it or not, most guys will tell you it's harder to get hard when the chick is super hot.
Really?
Super hot, because super hot creates pressure.
Oh,
yeah. Right? And the chick that's not hot is like, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like you feel like you're doing her a favor, right? You're in hot, you know? We're in the hot, but so most guys will feel with the hot chick, like, oh man, I got to do a good job. I want to make sure she's happy. I want to make sure she comes back again. And that creates more pressure.
Johnny, I told you that before when I told you that I used to work at Deja Vu in Vegas. When I graduated college at UNLV, I decided to give myself a little gift, and I decided to go work at this totally nude strip bar. And the chick who made the most money was the ugliest chick there. I mean, her titties were flat, her nipples were seeing other people. She had slightly cross-eyed, and every night, just I'll call me. And she was always on fire because she was more accessible.
Yeah. She was more approachable. She didn't create that extra intimidation factor, and that makes you feel comfortable.
Was there any other scandal on the level of the Diddy thing? I hesitate to even call that scandal. It's really just people getting freaky. But was there anything else like that where you brushed up against like something that felt like eyes wide
Yeah, any
shut,
other weird
like
stuff?
elite, super wealthy, like masks and that kind of stuff?
Yeah, dude, of course, man. I mean, in this business 30 years, you're going to come across other celebrities. You're going to come across people with some crazy kinks and stuff like that. It's just part of the business. The thing you just have to do. And like I even did with the Diddy situation, literally, if it wasn't for trial, I want to say less than 5 people knew I interacted in that. Literally less than 5 people. Like, you have to be extremely discreet and respectful with people's privacy, man. It's just the right thing to do, right?
So you can't tell us weird things that happened before, like where you got sent to something weird like that. Like, is the P. Diddy the weirdest thing you did, or was there other weird ones?
So here's the thing. Like I said, I don't even see the P. Diddy thing as weird, right? that is
Naked ninjas, just another day at the office.
Yeah, listen, man, we live in, especially now, they even have a phrase for it. It's called cuckolding, right?
That's huge now, right?
It's huge now, man. For some reason, there's just this whole movement of sleep with my wife, sleep with my girlfriend.
Is it mostly white guys? Can you say?
Mostly white guys and mostly Indian guys.
Really? Oh, interesting.
I want you to make love to my wife. Do not look at me.
A lot of Indian guys, bro.
No kidding.
So I actually have a story. I'm not going to say his name, but this guy, once a white guy got called by a rapper, and this is a famous white guy in the comedy scene. He got called by a rapper that he wanted his girlfriend to suck him off while he watched, and he's like, "Yeah, I'll go do it." And he went over
whose girlfriend? Whose girlfriend?
He wanted the rapper's girlfriend to suck off this white guy.
Okay.
So do you know why I think cucking's become big? Because divorce is so high, and these guys have to make a decision. Do they want to satisfy their wives or lose their house and have to find a new place to live? So it's like, okay, banger. And so when we watch these cuck pornos and the guy's like crying in the thing or like, oh, those aren't tears of sadness. Those are tears of joy because he gets to stay home in his bed for a little longer.
Listen, my man, you're spot on. Like you mentioned it, like I have a book. That's all that stuff is in my book.
Okay, let's get into your book. Tell us a little bit about you. Tell us about your book, man.
Okay, so In Search of Freezer Meat, right?
Why that name?
Yeah,
dude?
you got to
Why that name? Because that could go either way. That could be a male stripper or a serial killer. Either way, which one is it?
Okay, so I'm gonna tell you a quick story, man. Like in the midst of me struggling with erectile dysfunction, right? And my erectile dysfunction was mental, right? Mm-hmm. I go on this trip to the Caribbean. I'm with this really, really beautiful girl, and we go out into the water. And we're on this beach where you can go out like a mile into the water and it's waist high. And we kind of get into like a little hot, sexy moment where we're making out or whatever. And in this moment, I'm completely caught up in it. So I get an erection, no problem. And she reaches down and she grabs my manhood and she goes, "God damn, this thing is hard as freezer meat." Right? At that moment, it was like the harp started playing. It was like, oh, right? Because nothing hits harder than an erection compliment when you've been going through ED. So, I get this compliment, and dude, it seemed like my life was all downhill from that moment. It's like, how do I get back to freezer meat? Yeah.
That is hilarious, dude.
So it was like this. So it was this 10-year journey of me taking every pill, doing every injection, doing every electric shock therapy, doing everything I can do to try to fix it. Because come on, dude, a male stripper / escort with ED is like a singer losing their voice.
Yes.
You're done.
Yes.
Like my whole value, my whole ego is based on my sexuality. How can I lose this thing? So it was not happening. So I took a decade struggling, and I did like the grand fix, which I ended up getting a penis implant. Oh. Right. So I'm good. Top 3 decisions I ever made in my life. But hold
on, you got like a crane down there or something? You just press some buttons and it just like RoboCops it?
Absolutely.
Whoa!
Yeah.
That's
Absolutely,
cool.
bro.
You got like a bionic dick, dude. That's cool.
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely.
Nice.
We'll make it thicker, faster, harder.
There you go. There you go. Unlimited stamina.
Wow.
Kidding.
Unlimited
Wow.
stamina.
So, like my whole life, I have about 5.5 inches. I think I've lost some since I got fatter. I'm like, that's half the reason I want to lose weight, just
They
to
say that.
get that pristine real estate back. But so I have 5.5 inches, and I'd be like, "Is it okay?" And my girlfriends be like, "It's fine, it's fine, it's okay." Now I have kids now, so I don't really care about my dick size. So like, I did my job, right? So, but my one girlfriend was like, "Just so you know, like big dicks have erectile dysfunction when they get older, you know." And I'm 52 right now, and like, dude, I get these like 3-day hard-ons. It's very fucked because I don't need a lot of blood down there. But do you find that there's a lot of 50, however old you are, 50-year-old male escorts out there?
Actually, believe it or not, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, and so it works better from an escort scenario because the woman that hires an escort is a woman in her 40s, right? So, and then for, sex for women are not like men. We just want to get off, right? Women want a whole experience. So if a woman's going to hire an escort, she wants a guy she can communicate with, relate to, understand the world on the level that she understands it. So physically, she can get that from a 25-year-old guy, but then he can't mentally stimulate her the majority of times. So if you are an older male escort, you're actually the one that's being sought after more than the younger guys, because the younger guys can only meet the physical demand and not necessarily the intellectual. So
yeah, I mean, that also gets into our culture. Like, I've been hearing a lot. People always like, okay, boomer, you boomer. And then this kind of desire to push shiny objects to the front of everything. And I've said this before, 20-year-olds are only good for banging. That's it. I mean, good luck having a conversation with them about anything. That's what they're good for. They want to put them in power positions, positions of leadership. They're like, they haven't lived any life. There's a real, like, our society is really devalued experience, and this is why I think things are a little fucked up right now, because the people who know what they're doing have kind of been pushed out through ageism. And it's good to see that male prostitution hasn't gone that way. Older guys.
I mean, don't get me wrong. It is still dominated by the younger guy, but the demand is the older guy. The demand is definitely the older guy. But just in general, man, just sexuality for men and whatever, it's at an all-time pressured high. Like, you can't watch a sporting event without seeing a Cialis commercial, a Viagra commercial, a testosterone booster.
It's totally crazy.
And then there's always this comment, and she'll love it too, right? So they're programming your sexual preference, right?
Yes.
And so now you got all of these guys that we kind of accept, hey, I'm older, it's not going to work the same. It's older. I can't keep up with the demand, and luckily you get the 3-day boners, but you're an anomaly, bro. So,
I am Neo.
Yeah, you are definitely Neo, right? So the majority of guys that I talk to, they're in some struggle that they're already kind of giving up on their masculinity and their sexuality. So all I did was I took a book that I could have used when I was going through my struggle, and I wrote it based on all my personal stories, how it led, the psychology of how it led to me getting erectile dysfunction, how it affected my relationship, how it almost made me consider being a cuck.
Now, do you have a girl? Do you have a girlfriend?
At the time, I did have a girlfriend, right?
And were they okay with that? Like, hey, dude, gotta go to work.
Yeah, I never had problems with me being a male dancer. They didn't know the propositions every now and then, but the male stripper thing was cool, right? But dude, it went struggling sexually, even for myself, is so emasculating that I'm like, well, maybe I'll bring somebody in, you know what I'm saying? To pick
Let
up.
someone else do the work.
Yeah, man. Yeah. And then once I solved it, once I was able to solve it, I realized, dude, I still have all the same desire to want to have sex. I still have my masculinity, my confidence came back, everything recreated itself. And I was like, dang, man, more dudes need to understand this and hear about it. So then In Search of Freezer Meat, you know, I wrote the book, and dude, I can honestly say the feedback has been incredible, man. Like the guys that contact me, because when you read the book, I have a website where you can.
Are you getting Yelp reviews? Are you like, this dick was quality, my wife is happy? John 5749.
If you read the Google reviews on the book, you're gonna see guys like emphatically happy about it, talking about it saved my life. I'm not alone. I feel remotivated. And I got guys constantly asking me my doctor's information, other things they can use. Dude, a lot of times the motivation to bring your sexuality back is just a conversation. But who can you have a conversation with about this?
Yeah, no, you're so right, dude. That's why I think it's so great that you're being open about all this, because these are things that people are afraid to talk about. You know?
Yeah, dude. And if you're a robo dick company and you have a product to push and you want to sponsor a podcast, come sponsor Broken Simulation.
Yes,
we will push robot dicks to the end of days.
Yeah.
So here's the final question for it, because I don't want to keep you all day. What is your take on the Epstein files right now? You know, as somebody who works in the sex industry, works with elites, is any of this surprising to you, that a guy who might be implicated in these Epstein lists, Epstein tapes, would be like, there's no Epstein tapes, nothing's real, you guys are just making this up? Does that surprise you at all in any way?
So this is what I will say, man. If you would have asked me this, let's say May 11th, I would have had a whole theory for you, right? But what I watched leading up to this Sean Combs trial. I watched he was trafficking kids. He had weapons. He had videotapes of celebrities that he was blackmailing. It was all this sensationalism around what was supposed to be going on. And then when the facts actually came out, it was him and his girlfriend hiring a male escort for some sort of voyeur threesome. All of the other stuff was just crap, right? So what I will say,
that's a great, yeah, I agree.
Case, I think we live in a world where everybody's reporting ideology and opinion and outrageous facts for clicks and likes and whatever. And now I'm even starting to believe, with what I saw with the Combs case, that I can't even believe that all this Epstein stuff is to the magnitude, and people just want to keep a hype train going.
That's a great point. There's a lot to that. It's like almost like a carrot, a smoke screen from other things that are going on. Everyone's focused on the Epstein. They're not focused on Pelletier and all that stuff. Yeah. And that's a really great point, because, you know, as the P. Diddy trial was going on, I was watching YouTube, and they're like, he's going to get off on these things. They're not really making any case. And turns out on the more serious charges, he does get off. But it just sounds like a lot of it is just kinky rich dudes doing kinky rich dude shit.
Yeah, man. And what people are not even considering is what we touched on. What if Diddy had a problem, right? What if he had erectile dysfunction? And it's like, I got this young, beautiful girl. I need to keep her satisfied. Let me bring somebody else in. Like,
I got to punish her, dude, you know?
Yeah, I mean, bro, me being involved with it, that's honestly what I thought. I was like, why is this guy hiring me? He must have a performance issue.
Can you describe, sorry to add another question on here, but can you describe the moment you realized it was Diddy? How did that happen? And were you like, what the fuck?
Dude, exactly. So how I found out, I had gave up. Like, so remember, a year or something passed, I had Googled everything I can Google, but I thought they were married. So I kept Googling married couple, and I was getting no results. So I gave up, and when I would show up, sometimes I would wait around a couple of hours before anything happened, and they'll put me in a room. Really? So this hotel room,
you're like in the bullpen. That's great. Wow.
Yeah, exactly. So this hotel room happened to have one of those, when you cut on the TV, it had a welcome message. So the TV said, Essex House would like to welcome Mr. Sean Combs. Oh. And I was like, no way. Like, bro, I was completely blown away. And then to add to me being a complete idiot about it, I have followed the dude on Instagram. I saw his posts like once a week. I'm liking his pictures, has no idea he's in a room butt naked 10 feet from me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That is so crazy, dude.
Man alive.
It's like the Daredevil. You know, he has that mask on. Hey, Sharay, dude, this has been a great interview.
Yes.
Couldn't have gone better. One more time, he's got a book called In Search of Freezer Meat. He's Sharay Hayes, the Punisher. Link to his book below. I hope you guys, if you enjoyed the interview, you'll check out his book. And we appreciate you coming on, buddy.
yeah, man, me too, man. This was fun, man. Thanks a lot, guys.
If you're ever in LA, you want to go to the Comedy Store, just hit me up. I'll get you tickets to come check out a show.
Oh, say no more, man. I might be in LA in the next 30 days. I'm gonna hit
All
you
right,
up.
hit us up, dude. We'd love to. We'd love to make it happen. All right, thank you, brother.
All right, take care, guys.
I think that was a great interview. I'm sure some people will get upset. What is this debauchery?
That
You
might be the
degenerate.
best interview we've had because we've had a lot of interviews, but we don't specialize. That might be the most entertaining, like I don't know, informational video interview we've done. I have to
Johnny,
say.
do you have a moment where you kind of step out your side yourself and just go, I can't believe I'm working with the modern day Larry King. He's just the best interviewer.
Dude, I was thinking this guy was talking about how he considered this guy, the Punisher, considered becoming a cuckold. And I mean, there's at least one job that we can't outsource to China. But like, I mean, can you imagine who's the guy that comes in to punish the Punishers?
Oh, dude, just even bigger dick comes in.
Yeah, like who is that guy? That's the guy. I mean, what?
Yeah, I wanted to ask him about the theory that most male strippers are gay.
Oh,
But maybe that's just white male strippers.
yeah. I think I could. That guy ain't gay. Yeah, for sure. That guy. Ain't
Yeah, they won't even look down. That's how
he
not
doesn't even
gay
look
they
down.
are.
Yeah.
He doesn't
That
even
is
look
a real
down.
thing in Black culture, though. Is like the not like we don't
Do
even
not
talk
check
about
out
gay
your
people.
friend's
Yeah.
meat.
We don't even talk about gay, bro. It's like Russia. Remember Putin said we have no gays in Russia.
We have Iran was like, no gays in
Or is it
Iran.
Iran? Yeah, it was Iran. Yeah. I think Putin said it too. But yeah, it was like we got no gays, dude. The black people,
No gays,
no
dude.
gays.
Everyone just pounds puss here, dude. Drink vodka, pound puss.
I like this idea. If they ever do a movie of this, there's the angle where Cassie, like the one guy that she could actually talk to, was the Punisher. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh yeah, make him
like
the good guy. He's a
Yeah.
listener too.
he's the hero. Yeah, like
He's
I mean, he's just
He's
sitting
got
in the
a
room.
fat hog and he's got a nice ear to listen.
It's funny too, or interesting at least, the idea that the prosecutors prepped him to really get destroyed by the defense, and then the defense was just like, nah, man, we're going the other. That was smart of them, really, to make it set it up like, hey, this is actually just legit, little kinky like sex interaction here.
Well, that's what everyone on YouTube was saying. He's just a kinky guy, which I think that the conservative right would do themselves a great service if they just go, okay, he's kinky, dude. If he's not hurting kids and he's not hurting women or hurting men, who cares? I mean, I take a beating all the time when I say that, but it's like to go the opposite way and have this kind of Puritan view of sex like, dude, you do whatever you want. Like, if you just want to do missionary and stare into your wife's eyeballs the whole time, do that.
It's between
When
you and God, man. It's not
100%. And you can go, listen, dude, these are sins. They're committing sins. Okay, then when they meet their maker, they'll pay the price. But right now, you're doing yourself a giant disservice by demonizing these kind of acts. And we're just talking consenting adult acts. Okay? You're demonizing this shit and you're allowing for blackmail to happen.
Now, I will say I don't know about his take on Schmepstein. Because I feel
Well,
like
what he's saying, what he said is like, is it are they just inflaming it, meaning that they're keeping it in the news all the time and we see people tweeting it. Hey, they want you to talk about Epstein. They don't want you to talk about the what's going on in Gaza, what's going on in Ukraine. Not talking about Palantir.
no, that I believe.
That's what I'm talking about.
No,
that's
I'm
what
talking
I
about
was
him,
saying.
though, where he's saying that like maybe Schmepstein was just a freaky guy. I mean, you don't have a whole island. Diddy didn't have a whole island where he brought in the royals, to be
I
with
agree,
underage
Johnny.
kids.
I
That's
agree.
a whole different vibe. By the way, just came over an hour ago. Former President Joe Biden admitted to the New York Times, that he did not personally sign off on every individual pardon via his auto pen signature. So that's
non-linear.
well, okay. Do you think that's NLE too, or non-linear warfare rather, or do you,
Yeah, it's to get everyone going, what the fuck? What the heck? Admit that, even if he's a retard. Why would you admit that?
do you think so when they go after Fauci, which it seems like they're winding up to do you think that's legit or just a show trial?
Well, I think that's a show trial that you heard about in the SPARS pandemic simulation that Brad Binkley and Monica Perez came on, told us years ago about. And she literally said they're going to throw Fauci under the bus and make him take all the arrows, which I believe is going to be the exact same thing they're going to do to Netanyahu. That's his role. He knows his job. His job is to push the ball this far and then take the fall for it.
By the way, speaking of Netanyahu, I watched that video you shared of Mandy Patinkin, the actor.
How great is that video?
Maybe we end with that. It was so just because I've always been a fan of his. He's very left politically, but he is committed to the actual left ideals, the liberal ideals that used to define the true left.
I thought that was one of the most powerful videos I've ever seen. And that quote he says about his lines in that movie
completely
is
agree.
So powerful.
All right, we're gonna watch this here. This is just, I mean, it is moving. And if you have a soul, I think you'll agree. Here we go. I got to refresh this to get it to start over because it's stupid Instagram. But just like
the movie was on. She was watching The Princess Bride, and just as I walked in the room, is that final scene in the movie where Inigo is sitting by the window with the man in black, and the man in black asks Inigo, would he like to be the next Dread Pirate Roberts? And the Inigo Montoya actor, who was me, said these words, which I did not really know what they meant, that William Goldman wrote, which I think are the singular greatest words I've ever read. You know, I have been in the revenge business so long. Now that it's over, I do not know what to do with the rest of my life.
Dude, how
and I ask Jews all over the world to consider what this man, Benjamin Netanyahu, and his right-wing government is doing to the Jewish people all over the world. They are endangering not only the state of Israel, which I care deeply about and want to exist, but they are endangering the Jewish population all over the world. He is the most dangerous thing, not just since October 7th. It has been a deeply troubled situation.
And endangering the Jews by endangering those in Gaza.
And to watch what is happening for the Jewish people, to allow this to happen to children and civilians of all ages in Gaza, for whatever reason, is unconscionable and unthinkable. And I ask you Jews everywhere all over the world to spend some time alone and think, is this acceptable and sustainable? How could it be done to you and your ancestors, and you turn around and you do it to someone else?
Fire, bro.
Yeah.
Fire.
yes,
Fire. And that's what I'm saying, dude. That's what I'm saying. I've been saying it forever. And it's this thing that we're getting into. We're going to end it here, where the programming is so powerful that it overrides your natural instincts, which is to protect children at all costs. If you're somewhere and a kid is in trouble, it doesn't need to be your child. The first thing every adult does is run there and stop what's happening to that kid. It doesn't need to be your child, because your instinct says protect future generations. And what we're seeing right now is programming so powerful that it overrides that natural instinct. You see it in women now. I want to have a job, not kids. That's powerful program. Powerful programs to override your natural instincts. And then to sit there and accept that a newborn is a terrorist is the most insane example of generational trauma programming overriding your basic instinct that says Newborns are one of the most precious things in the world. We must protect them at all costs. It's crazy.
They've dehumanized a whole race of people, and it's just history repeating. Yeah.
Johnny, it's been a pleasure. Go to samtripoli.com,
Yes,
grab all my dates.
Yeah.
Like we said, Johnny, just got to go back and listen to what we called the new show because it was perfect. We got a new show. We're going to be doing 2 a week because I need more podcasts, but we're going to be doing it, which will include a new premium content for you.
Yeah, we'll feel our way through it. It won't be perfect.
We'll figure it out. I love you guys. Thanks for tuning in. See you soon, Johnny. Have a great weekend. I'll talk to you soon.